Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you tried to jump into a conversation but felt like others weren't really interested? It's a tough feeling, isn't it? It can leave you feeling hurt and questioning whether your friends truly value your friendship. You might start asking yourself, what am I doing wrong? Why are people ignoring me? The thing is, as humans, we naturally crave connection and belonging. When we feel excluded or ignored, it can really sting. Don't you think there's a hidden signal you are sending? Not to worry, I've got you covered. In this video, I will reveal the reasons why people ignore you. Number 1. Overly judgmental. When you regularly criticize or judge others harshly, it can really affect how they feel about themselves and around you. Most people prefer to be with those who are accepting and open-minded. If you come off as judgmental, others might see you as hypocritical or just plain arrogant. Let's imagine you have a friend who loves experimenting with new fashion trends. If you constantly make negative comments about their outfits, like saying, "That looks ridiculous," or "You shouldn't wear that," your friend might start avoiding you. They'll feel like they can't truly be themselves around you without facing judgment. Even if they find some of your remarks funny or even true, they'll likely be cautious about spending time with someone who could turn critical at any moment. Number 2. Dishonesty. When you're not honest or straightforward with others, it can really impact how people perceive you, especially in professional settings. Have you ever felt like your coworkers nod and smile but don't seem eager to collaborate or give you opportunities? I had a coworker once who tended to exaggerate his accomplishments or lie about finishing tasks. Over time, we began to notice discrepancies between what he claimed and what actually happened. As a result, people, including myself, started avoiding or ignoring him because we couldn't trust his word. Even if he eventually did the right thing or corrected his actions, the damage was done. He had developed a reputation for being unreliable or deceitful. This kind of reputation can stick, making it harder to build trust or work effectively with others. Number 3. Overly clingy. When someone is excessively clingy, it means they're really attached and always want to be close. Picture this. They're constantly texting, calling, and needing attention. Imagine being on the receiving end of that. It can feel like too much too soon, like you're suffocating under all that attention. Everyone has their limits. If someone feels like you're demanding too much of their time or attention, they might pull away. It's like when you need space, but someone keeps crowding you. People tend to steer clear of situations that feel overwhelming or suffocating. Basically, it's important to respect people's boundaries and give them the freedom to breathe. Finding a healthy balance means understanding that everyone needs their own space and time. Number 4. Conflicting interests. When you and another person have very different interests, it can sometimes be hard to really connect or find common ground for conversation. You know the saying, "Birds of a feather flock together"? It means that it's often easier to bond with someone who likes the same things we do. But when you're surrounded by people who don't share your interests, it can feel like there's a barrier to forming a strong connection. Even if you are a great person, they just don't feel drawn to someone who's on a different wavelength. It's like speaking different languages. It can be challenging to bridge that gap and build a close relationship when your interests and priorities diverge. This doesn't mean you can't be friendly or get along, but deep connections often thrive when there's a shared understanding or passion. Number 5. Arrogance. Someone who acts arrogant often struggles to make real friends. Imagine having a friend who never admits they're wrong. How would that affect your friendship? You'd probably feel frustrated or ignored. It doesn't matter what you do right. Not admitting when you make mistakes can push people away. They might start avoiding you or leaving you out of things because it's hard to connect with someone who won't admit fault. They might see you as more trouble than you're worth, which can strain friendships. Being able to recognize our mistakes and show humility is really important for maintaining strong relationships. It shows that we're open to learning and growing, which makes us easier to connect with. So, there you have it. Take a moment to reflect on areas where you might be lacking and work on improving them. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.